Hello everyone, and thank you very much for joining me in this video. In this one I'm out to spend a few hours outdoors, do some wildlife photography, and it's a beautiful day at the moment, quite bright sunlight, not a lot of cloud around, so conditions should be hopefully quite nice for what I'm hoping to do today. One of my main objectives today, and I don't know if it's going to be possible, is to try and get some photographs of Kestrel. This will be to continue my project that I'm doing, photographing Kestrel. If you haven't seen that one, I'll leave a link in this video, you can maybe watch it. I know there are Kestrel here, at least there has been, but I haven't been here for quite a few months now. So I'm really crossing my fingers that I will see one today. If not, there are other opportunities. There's some other birds of prey in this area as well, a variety of other wildlife, but often, as can be the case, you can spend hours outdoors, maybe not get any good images, maybe hardly see anything or see things that's far away, but need a bit of luck. But I'm going to give it a good try. I'll be here for quite a few hours and see what I can see. So I'm going to move on and get set up, and then I'll catch up with you in just a second. I've just had the most amazing start to my session today, the most amazing few minutes. So I had my tripod and camera set up, and I would say within about 5 minutes I saw something which just filled me with joy. The bird that I was hoping to see today more than anything, as I talked about earlier, I think at the beginning of the video, is a kestrel. I'm really keen to photograph kestrels. It's part of a small project that I'm working on over probably a couple of years, and I was really hoping to see one today. So I got set up and I was watching off in the sky in the distance a couple of buzzards that were soaring together, and then suddenly I saw a bird come from my right, and I was looking through the viewfinder, so I took a couple of images of it, not because they were good shots, but just I wanted to identify it, and sure enough it was a kestrel, and it flew over to the direction I'm facing now and went on a tree. Now it was a long way off, quite a nice image if you like birds small in the frame, but there's a lot of heat haze, so that has potentially affected my shots. Then it flew off quickly, and just for a split second, because I wasn't watching through the viewfinder, I thought it was going to fly off, but it came down at about a 45-degree angle, and I could instantly see it was going for some prey. So it must have landed, I would say, at least 60 yards away from the tree, and then next it comes flying back up on the tree, and I looked through the camera to get a nice clear view, and it had caught something, possibly a small mouse, vole, something like that, and it ate what it caught on that tree. So I tried to take some video of that. As I say, there's a lot of heat haze today, but yeah, even though there's no fantastic images, just to see it, to know it's going around, and there are still kestrel in the area, has really gave me a lot of enjoyment, and it's been worth coming out for that today. So there's quite a lot going on. The Kestrel has gone, but there are groups of buzzards in the area. So I've got at the moment 2 off in this direction. They're sometimes off to my left, and down to the right a group of 3 buzzards circling high in the air. So I've been taking a bit of video and also a few images, and I can actually see there's another buzzard just moved across further to the left. I'm hoping some of them come out okay. I mean, they're a long way off. The images of the buzzard or video is not going to be stunning, but I'm just concerned about the atmospheric conditions, the heat haze. It's very noticeable when I'm looking through my binoculars and the camera. So yeah, it's fantastic to see these birds though, and today I was ultimately hoping to see the Kestrel, so it's a success regardless of the photography or what else I see. But yeah, I'm really excited to have seen them, and it's fantastic to see the buzzard as well. There's always a chance one will come closer, and as I say that, there's one coming in right now. It's just fantastic to see these things, and I'm really excited about having seen the Kestrel. So I'm going to have to keep my eyes open. The Kestrel is obviously much smaller than the buzzard, so it can be difficult to spot it when it's perched somewhere. But yeah, fantastic. Well, that was just amazing. That was really exciting. The tree that I saw the Kestrel land on earlier, a Kestrel came back on that tree, and I was watching it, and again it's a long way off and there's some heat haze and so on, so it's not fantastic photography conditions. However, another Kestrel came in and landed on a neighbouring tree to that one, and it sort of flew around a bit, went back on the tree, and then it went close to the other one. There didn't seem to be any aggression. I'm not sure if they were male or female. It all happened so quick and so far off. But there was a bit of interaction between them, and it certainly didn't seem aggressive. Next, it came over, one of them, the one that landed second, it lifted, it came over, and it landed on a tree behind me here, or off to my left, and I was able to get a little bit of video and some images of that. It then took off and sort of circled the area in front of me, so I got some images there, and I think it was close enough that heat haze wouldn't have been an issue. So maybe not the best photographs that I've ever got of a Kestrel, but they should be nice and sharp and some decent images. So that's all been really excited, absolutely delighted to have seen 2 Kestrel now today. So yeah, what a fantastic day. I'm going to continue watching, maybe have something to eat, have a little break. It's went a little bit quiet at the moment, and see if I can see anything else. So I'm going to stop and have something quick for lunch while it's quiet at the moment. But I just thought I would reflect briefly on what the day's been like for me so far. You'll no doubt have picked up how excited I am to have seen the Kestrels. To see one in the tree, dive for some prey, take it back up in the tree was amazing. I hope that video clips come out okay. There was a lot of heat haze and it was far off, but hopefully it's decent. I've also seen the Buzzards, which has been amazing. A few small birds, no real great photographic opportunities there. And just a few minutes ago, I heard a gentle tapping and very close to me, and I guess because of my position it didn't see me. Up in a tree to my right was a woodpecker. Again, it didn't stay very long, but it was close enough that heat haze wouldn't have been an issue, so I'm delighted to have seen that. Got a decent image, I think, of that one, especially considering I only had a few seconds. I'm just seeing another bird go off there. But yeah, what a fantastic day. As I say, this has been so enjoyable so far. I'm not thinking I've captured a stunning photograph yet by any means, but it's been so important today for me in my photography just to see the Kestrels. That was my underlying hope, and yeah, it's great. So I'm able to continue this project that I'm working on. But anyone that goes out to do wildlife photography, or you're starting it off, please be aware you don't see such a variety of things every time you're out. You can get many visits out and see nothing. I recently went to scout an area which I hadn't been to before, and I've got a video up on my channel about that. And it was really just about scouting, not at an ideal time of day. And yeah, I saw quite a few things. I saw some potential, but didn't get any fantastic images other than one that I quite like the composition of. But that video talks a little bit about how wildlife photography isn't coming out and seeing lots of things every time you're out. But today I've been really fortunate, and I'm just delighted to have seen the Kestrel. So gonna have some lunch and then get back behind the camera. If you watched my first video in which I spoke about beginning my project to photograph Kestrels, I spoke about how I was using the Nikon Z8 with the Z100 to 400mm lens. And I'd just like to give a little update on that. I mentioned in that video that although there is no doubt I could get the Kestrel large in the frame with that lens, a combination of knowledge, fieldcraft and so on. Ideally I was wanting a longer focal length so I can stay in a few areas that I'm familiar with, knowing where the bird goes, respect the bird, keep my distance, not bother it, and hopefully get some images with the Kestrel slightly larger in the frame. So I've got another video up on my channel about when I first purchased this lens here, which is the Z 800mm PF lens, a fantastic lens. And today I'll still have images with a Kestrel small in the frame, but just by using it, seeing when the Kestrel was slightly nearer, knowing where I'm hoping the bird to be when I actually photograph it, I think this lens will be absolutely fantastic in partnership with my Z 100-400 to get a variety of images rather. I'm keeping my eyes open for the Kestrel. So I'm going to get some more environmental type shots, which I really like, and this lens will still be able to do that. And obviously when the bird is a bit closer, I'll be able to get it larger in the frame. I'm not using a teleconverter today, just the lens directly connected to the Z8. Today has been fantastic so far. It's confirmed that there are Kestrels still here. It's confirmed in my mind, which I knew already to be fair, but the evidence or the proof in the pudding is actually using the lens and just looking at the areas I want to photograph the bird in. I know it's going to be great for getting the type of images that's in my mind that I want to create. So today probably not going to be the best of images, really suffering from heat haze. The atmospheric conditions have not been ideal, but I'm very happy with this lens, and I know it'll help me get some good images of the Kestrel moving forward. Probably a few hours have passed since I last spoke to the camera, and the light's been really good for about the last hour and a half. It's been very quiet though, however I am pleased to say that I saw a Kestrel again, and most likely it's been one of the two Kestrel that I saw previously today. Absolutely fantastic. Still a bit of heat haze around, which is very surprising for how late in the day it is. But I tried to take a photograph of it in a distant tree, some video, and then it moved position and it was very far off again, but got a decent environmental type shot of the Kestrel again. So I'll show you that in just a minute. I'll also show you the photograph of the woodpecker that I mentioned earlier. So overall, it's been an absolutely fantastic day. I'm still after some different types of shots of the Kestrel, so I'll have to come back and go to the different areas in which I photograph Kestrel and keep working at that. But today has just been about seeing what I could find in the time that I've been given. And yeah, I'm really pleased that I've been able to see the Kestrel and confirm that there's a few of them still in this area. So I'll show you those clips in just a second. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. It's always nice to know that some people enjoy my videos, and yeah, I'll look forward to seeing you hopefully in my next one.